fighting a war against hundreds of different bacteria. The massive invasion was too much for the simple defense offered by the macrophages. Rob needed the experts, T cells that could identify different strains of invader, and B cells that could engineer antibodies, the specific weapons to fight them. The thymus, a small organ located between the lungs and above the heart, plays a pivotal role in the body's amazing ability to recognize an enemy. From before birth through puberty, large numbers of the same stem cells that gave rise to platelets, phagocytes, and macrophages migrate from the marrow inside the bone to the thymus. There they receive a higher education. Thymus cells, T cells for short, stay here for years, packed like sardines, learning the art of self-defense. Exactly what goes on here is a mystery, but somehow the T cells learn how to tell the difference between friend and foe, cells that belong to the body and those that do not. T cells are specialists. Each type learns to recognize a different group of invaders. When graduates of the thymus training school are released, they immediately begin to patrol the body, searching out any suspicious-looking cell. Here, killer T cells check out a body cell that may have been infected by a virus. If an infection is found, they will destroy the cell. In the case of an all-out attack like the one on Rob's leg, a helper T cell docks with a macrophage. The macrophage presents bits of the invader for the T cell to analyze. This is what it looks like in real life. If the T cell can recognize the piece of the invader, it sends the word out. A nearby B cell, which can also recognize the invader, receives the message. Hormones activate, causing the B cell to divide and to begin to produce antibodies of exactly the right type. An antibody is a Y-shaped missile made of protein. The tip is the same in all, but the two tail fins on the bottom are custom built to match the protein structure of the invader exactly. It locks onto the enemy, robbing it of its ability to harm. The body never forgets an enemy, building up its repertoire of antibodies over the years. Familiar invaders are fought off quickly, but Rob Taylor was fighting the microbes of Kilimanjaro, foes his body had never seen before. B cells can engineer antibodies to fit virtually anything. The question is whether the right antibodies will be produced in time to fight the growing infection. How the body is able to manufacture precisely the right antibody to match every new kind of invading organism is one of the miracles and mysteries of the universe within. Neutralized by the antibodies, the enemy bacteria is finished off by the phagocytes. But this process can take several days under the best of conditions. For Rob Taylor, conditions were the worst.